back in 2008, 2009, I had an affair with a married man. And then recently, just last month, he randomly sent me a message asking how I was doing. And it really upset me because I had never told my husband about this person. And I hadn't met my husband when I was having this affair, so I didn't cheat. And I told my husband about it because I've been carrying the guilt for the last 13 years we've been together. And I hate myself for it.
How old are you now?
37.
So how old were you? 20 what?
21. And dumb.
I was going to say, did you do anything else dumb when you were 20 or 21?
Yeah.
Like every 21-year-old on planet Earth?
Yep. I made bad decisions, that's for sure.
Well, you're going to have to get in a long line of 20 and 21-year-olds who made bad decisions. Why is this still haunting you at 37 years old?
I've just always carried around some guilt about it. Like, it's a horrible thing to do. I was single at the time, but I didn't want to tell my husband. Every time we watch like your show and somebody talks about cheating, he's just like, people who cheat are just terrible. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, you're going to think I'm a terrible person because of this terrible thing I did. And it finally came out.
But do you see how you're bouncing tenses and trying to compress time?
Yeah.
People who are cheaters are terrible people. One time, getting up on 2 decades ago, or a decade and a half ago, I cheated. In fact, I didn't cheat, but I participated in somebody cheating.
Mm-hmm.
You see how you're toggling time back and forth to bring your stuff that happened a long time ago into the present?
I just don't want my husband to hate me, to think I'm a terrible person, or that I would do that to him.
What did he say when you talked to him?
He was kind of stunned. Because at first I asked him, why would a man email somebody who he hasn't seen in 17 years? And he's like, probably nothing good.
Right. He's exactly right.
And that's just when I was like, okay, I have to tell you something. And he's kind of a stoic person, so I really didn't get much emotion out of him, either mad or sad or anything like that. He was just kind of like surprised I kept something that from him that long.
That's what I think you're frustrated with.
I don't know. I've always been carrying around this guilt for a long time.
What is that?
Even before I met him.
Okay, let me ask you this. What is it getting you?
Nothing.
No, it's giving you something. I don't know what it is, but it's giving you something. Is it a way to remember this affair? Was it pretty wonderful?
No, it was not.
Okay. Is it a way to protect you from ever, I'm thinking of like a little kid who dresses up in old armor, right? Like an almost knight costumes, thinking that's going to protect them from something. Is it your body trying to protect you from ever doing this again? So it just carries it around and dangles it in front of your face like one of those carrots in front of a donkey on the cartoons, just to remind you? It's getting you something.
I think it's more like, okay, I know that somebody can be a liar and cheat on their wife, and I guess I'm afraid of that happening to me because I know that people falter.
Are you worried that your husband has cheated on you?
No.
Okay. Again, yes, I think you played a role in participating in something that was very unhealthy and not good. Fair.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
I'm wondering if the intensity of the guilt you feel is that if you've had this big secret for all these years that you believed in your heart and mind. I think you're right. My husband doesn't really know what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
And every year he did something great. Every time something happened, every time he popped off about, man, if somebody ever cheated on, and that weight got heavier and heavier and heavier.
Yeah.
Because if my wife comes up and says, hey, I did this thing that was pretty rough before we met, my immediate frustration would be, you've kept secrets like this from me for this long. That'd be my first thought, not the thing that happened. The disorienting thing, we'd get to that eventually, but the disorienting thing would be, I thought we knew everything about each other.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm out to lunch here, but I'm wondering if you sat down and said, hey, I told you this thing. I kind of wanted to get it off my chest and I threw it at you. But I realized it's fair for you to be sitting around wondering what else I haven't told you for the last 15 years.
Yeah, it all happened in the morning, and he said, okay, we'll talk about it after work, and then got the kids to bed, and I was like, can we talk about it now? And he's like, sure. He didn't really want to. So we did talk about it again, but he said that he doesn't care, and he's not going to think about it and let it bother him.
Do you believe him?
I don't know. He's kind of hard to read emotion-wise.
Okay.
But
here's the exercise I want you to try, okay?
Okay.
2 things. Number 1, I want you to give it a day or 2. And then I want you to, when the kids go to bed, say, hey, let's go out to the kitchen table. Not in our bedroom, let's go out to the kitchen table. What? I want to go. Just please do this for me. Okay. And I want you to say, I kept something big from you that I was ashamed of for all of our marriage. And it breaks my heart that I didn't tell you the truth about who I was, or not even who I was, but a thing I did that I'm really ashamed of for all these years. And I also understand that you're going to have questions about, well, what else did she not tell me? So I would like to offer you the opportunity to let it rip. Ask me any question you want to ask. I'm going to answer it right here. Because I want to build trust with you that you know I'm not walking around with these, like you're going to be waiting for another shoe to drop. And if he says, I don't have any other questions, I'll believe you. Okay. If I was a husband, I wouldn't do that. I would have a whole bunch of questions, right? But maybe he is. Maybe he's just a stoic guy that trusts you and realizes that was probably hard and maybe moved on. He's probably a more chilled dude than me. The second thing is, this is old school Delony advice. I want you to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy a cinder block. And it's important that you buy it. Don't just get one from the yard. Go buy one. And I want you to duct tape on it. When I was 21, I got with a married man. And I want you just to carry it around. You can carry it around in your hands. You can put it in a backpack and carry it around your house for a while. But I want you just to hold it until it gets so heavy you just can't carry it anymore. And then I want you to go out in the backyard and throw it on the ground. Tear off the tape. Wad that tape up and put it in the trash. And tell yourself, I'm not carrying this anymore. I forgive 21-year-old me. Period. I forgive you. And when that guilt comes up, I want you to exhale, go, nope, I forgave her. Because Heather, now in the present, would never cheat. I forgive her. She did something dumb. Forget about the work dynamics and the age difference and the hierarchies or whatever happened. I forgive that 20-year-old, 21-year-old knucklehead. I forgive her. And I'm not giving that guilt a vote at my kitchen table anymore. I've got kids. I got a husband that I love. I'm moving on with my life. But I want you to have some moment that you can exhale and say, I set that down. And then what you're going to practice over the next few months, maybe a couple of years, is when that thought pops in your head, you remember one of the nights together you spent with that dude, or he pops up on your LinkedIn, you hit delete and block. Don't reply. I forgive her. And then go on about your day. And that sounds glib, but this is just you practicing living in the present and stop letting the thing that happened 15 years ago haunt every minute of your life. And again, my gut tells me that the intensity of the guilt is more around I'm keeping this big secret from my husband, more so than I did something really stupid when I was 20 or 21.